Hello, 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 hello. Nice, good. Gaurav is not here. Gaurav will be joining us in some time. So the first 5 minutes of the stream, we are just sharing the stream everywhere, uh, trying to get our friends on board. And Gaurav is back. What a time to exit the stream as soon as we get live.
Accidentally click हो गया
It's
कट
okay, it's
पे.
okay. It
My
happens. It
bad.
happens. Yeah, I will just check everywhere, Rocker, uh,
Yes, yes.
if we are live nicely or not.
प्रशांत बोल रहा है ऑफलाइन है स्ट्रीम.
Hello, hello, hello. Mic check. One, two, three. The stream is offline. Let's go.
I can see a comment on LinkedIn. Yo, let's go.
Yeah. Meanwhile, everyone is joining. Let's just introduce our guest for today. Also, this is our third episode for uh, for breaking the fourth wall, and I am very excited to go forward with this talk because this is going to be more than an informative session because Gaurav here, my friend, we have been uh, doing shit together since 2020, I guess, and we have been playing games, doing a lot of things, and we just randomly decided on our Discord server ki, hey, it would be a good idea to have a live stream talking about in general his experience with Rockstar, his experience with the games that he has played, and eventually when we had a call, we discussed a lot of points that we could cover up, and then this initiative came along where I invited him. So, and one of the most infamous questions would be, when is the next game going to be released? I don't think the Rocker is going to answer that question. So I'll
Guys, I
just
don't know what is that. I can't say anything.
so yeah, that is one of the most controversial questions that Rocker
Please
already
refrain. Please
yes,
refrain asking that question again, please.
exactly.
Yes, yes.
And I will just check why this is happening. Should not have this.
Eh,
We Discussion. Stare. I don't know what that is, but I'm not going to ask any questions related to that. We are not going into the future of Rockstar Games. We are going to talk about the amazing games that Rockstar has already published.
Yes.
And yeah, so give me a second. I am having a bit trouble with this. Okay, done. Yeah, amazing. So I will just quickly share the stream to the people, to my friends, so that they can just join in. Give me a second.
Hey guys, I'll answer your questions. Let him set up the stream. Let's answer the questions later.
Rocker, I barely know her. uh, okay, good. We are good to go actually. So we have decided, because we have a lot to talk. We have decided a format because we had a lot of pointers
Yes.
that we could talk about, and then I just thought it's a good idea that we should have a flow. Before these streams, I never had a flow, but with Rocker, I had so many points that I could discuss that I eventually had to come up with a flow so that we can cover the maximum topics, right? So
Yes. Yes.
yeah, let's just see if you're live on LinkedIn nicely or not, because we are getting a lot of traction from LinkedIn. So give me a second.
I
Amazing,
see
we
a
are
very
in.
positive response in the chat. W's in the chat.
Yes.
Dara pichli
Nice, we are live from LinkedIn nicely, because a lot of professional connects would be joining us from LinkedIn, and they would have some questions regarding, in general, the field, because I feel this field in general has not been sourced a lot. People really don't know about, in general, QA testing and like how it's done, what are the different things that are used. So yeah, it's amazing to get this perspectives from industry, how our industry is moving forward, what are the different roles which are incoming, how is generative AI going to replace anything or any role irrespective. And because of this, we can take a lot of takes on one topic that makes these streams more interesting. So
Sure.
starting up with the first topic, let's start. let's just
Introductions. Wait, buddy.
let's
In,
let's just start with
introduction.
some introduction, like
Yes.
what is game testing, what is QA testing, what is the difference, and in general your introduction. Rocker, to you.
Hey guys, I'm Gaurav Pate, aka Rocker. I've been working with Rockstar Games in Bangalore for almost 2.5 years, and I have been worked like sorry I've been working on the current game, which is GTA 5 online, and I think I have my name in RDR 2 online as well. So these are the big projects I've worked on. uh, yeah, and basically the thing is, people think that game testing and playing a game is a lot similar, which is not, which is what we are gonna talk about.
Amazing, amazing. So, a lot of you folks might be wondering why am I naming him Rocker? Why is his stream name Rocker? So the backstory behind it is, everywhere I guess his name on gaming platforms also is using Rocker, and we are very used to calling him Rocker. So that I just thought keeping Gaurav Partey name here wouldn't be actually fair, because we are
Yes.
talking about game testing, we're in general talking about Rockstar Games. So yeah, so I am going to refer you as Rocker. I guess that's cool for you.
And
And
I'm used to that.
yes, he's also used to that. If it's very weird for him sometimes if we call him my Gaurav. So yeah.
True.
So moving forward, Gaurav, Rocker introduced you with a very fascinating intro into this. I just want to ask you, Rocker, is it's a very preliminary question. It can be also dumb, but there would be a lot of dumb questions in the chat itself too. So just putting it out there, is QA testing something? What is the official term that a person is affiliated when they join as a game tester? And like, what are the different scopes in this field, and what is the conventional naming in this industry of a game tester?
So for Rockstar, right, we like previously we had this role as a game tester. Whenever a fresher or like a newbie used to join the company, they were titled as a game tester. But since like time has passed, they have changed that to uh, associate QA tester, which is basically associate quality assurance tester. So the tester can have like a better future or better branches. So they can not only opt for game testing, but they can opt for like actual QA testing in software companies or in other companies. So for their help, Rockstar has changed the like allocation from game tester to associate QA tester. Yep, that's it.
Interesting. And I guess that is really actually going to help because from where I come in, I never knew about game testing as a different field because I knew what SDETs are, what QA testers are, and I worked with them. But ob- obviously, if you are getting this title with Rockstar, it in general it is going to help you to also pivot into a direction where you can also go into SDETs or you can go into QA testing for softwares itself. So it has a very broad view for you from here for your next job, right? So moving on to a question which is a bit caveated, but this question is caveated because I want to set some context to our audience. So I just wanted to ask you, what are the different tools that you might be using while you are doing game testing? What are the different consoles you have been provided by Rockstar, and like how is it different from in general testing and playing? That is a question that I want to hook up later. But yeah, you can. I just want to ask, what are the different tools that you're using? What is your day to day with these tools? And are you like is there like some sort of analytics related to this? Is there like some internal tools that you folks have built and you folks have to work on? So yeah.
So Rockstar, right, has like set of inbuilt tools, like Rockstar करके एक चीज है that basically helps the tester to directly log in a bug whatever they see on the game, like in the beta testing. They can log a bug directly, just like if you press spacebar, right, on your debug keyboard. So there are two keyboards assigned to a tester. One is a debug keyboard and one is a normal keyboard which he uses for writing a report. So if you press spacebar, the um, Bugstar tool, what it does is like ले लेता है, कैप्चर ले लेता है, and you have to write a report like steps to repro, description, everything. But I think other than that I can't disclose a lot more information about those tools. But yes, the Bugstar tool, and as well as there's one more tool called RAG, which is basically Rockstar gaming engine, if you guys have heard about it. So what it does, it enables us testers to use the debug keyboard, like debug functions inside the game. So for example, if I want to be invincible in the game, which is like you can't die in the game because it makes the testing very easier. So I can just like enable invincibility in the rag or by the keyboard, debug keyboard. And yeah, that's it. I think these are the two tools which we use daily. But other than that, we use Zoom, Slack for communications, and for
Right, Rocker is
organization. Like,
facing some internet issues. He'll be joining in a second.
hello,
Meanwhile, do we have any questions for Rocker? Do we have some introductory questions about what is game testing about? Hi, Rocker. Are you back? Just wave
hello,
if you're
hello,
back.
hello,
Yes, you're back.
hello. कितना सुना guys?
मैंने लास्ट सुना कि डिफरेंट इनविंसिबिलिटी का सुना मैंने लास्ट सो
Yeah.
यू कैन कंटिन्यू फ्रॉम देयर.
So what that does is like it helps testers to basically test the game easier, and these are the in-game tools. Outside of that, we use like there's like a test plan which the testers have to alter or create by themselves. As experience, like as you get experience, right, from a game tester to a QA tester, there's like a big jump. So you need to know how to create test plans, how to manage test plans, and what is required. Like what is a test plan? Like the thing is, you can't just like randomly test the game. This it is not how you test a game. You can play a game randomly what however you want, but this is not how you test a game. So that's why you need a test plan. You need a structure that okay, I need to break the games in parts. So I need to have a test plan accordingly. तो उसके हिसाब से we pass checks and we create the test plan and alter it. So उसके लिए there's a different tool. Uh, I don't remember the name exactly, but yeah, there's a different tool for that, inbuilt tool.
Nice, nice. So, and other thing that I wanted to ask about game testing is like, does it get after a point boring testing a certain region, or like, do you get at a point where you're not finding anything and like you just are like, I just want to give up on this? Like, do you have this phase in this part? Like, because I don't think so. You would be assigned a complete game. You would obviously be assigned a certain region or a certain building or something like that, something related to mission. So after a point, how does it get? Is it overwhelming? Is it boring? Just want to know.
It's not overwhelming, or like can't call it boring as well, because you're playing games throughout the day. Again, it's not fun, and like, so it's in between, I guess. Fun and work के बीच में आता है. And I think it goes like both ways, fun and work. Yeah, but the thing is कि you are assigned like a certain part of the game. Like, if you become a QA tester, you become a thing called area contact, where you are assigned some things like properties assign हो जाएंगे, या adversary assign हो जाएंगे, or like cars in general. And then you have to test those things daily, like for 2 months or 3 months. And yes, it gets like hectic testing them, but I feel like that is your job, and you need to do it anyway. So there's nothing like, you can't be like कि नहीं है, मजा नहीं आ रहा है, बोर हो रहा है. I can't jump to other things because people are working on that individually. So I can't do that. I can't meddle in their work. तो मेरे को मेरा काम properly करना पड़ेगा. As in like, if I am a property area contact, I have to be on point with the devs or on point with the content team कि भाई things are getting added in this property. Is this correct? And the like, should it get added in the test plan? ये करना चाहिए कि नहीं चाहिए? So there तुम्हारा गैप दिखता है between a game tester and a QA tester. So what a game tester does is, he basically plays the game. He's not assigned an area. He's just assigned missions or a team. He'll go, he'll play the game. He'll be like, okay, I find this issue, like a clipping issue or whatever, game breaking issue. He takes that, he bugs that. That is it. But a QA tester, he has a lot more responsibilities and people working under him, where he can be like a helper or a buddy, where he can help those people to report those bugs as well as like correct those bugs. And plus, I think yeah, that's it. That's what वही है. You're on mute. Hello. अरे भाई, you're on mute. It's okay. It's okay.
So yeah, it was really an analytical and deep view on what is game testing and what's the difference between game testing and a Q tester. I really wanted to personally know about it, and we have already a question. How was the experience being in a testing team in Rockstar? So in general, how is your? Even I had this question. Like, Rockstar has a pretty good culture. I heard about it. It has a pretty good culture, and I don't know about testing teams. So I just wanted to know how is the culture in general with the testing team. What are the different levels that are there? What is the scope of promotion? And yeah, related to in general, how is testing as a field seen in Rockstar?
Hello. Hello. Can you guys hear me? Internet थोड़ा लग. Yeah. Yeah. So, uh, sorry, can you repeat the question again? How was the experience? Okay, cool, cool. How was the experience? Like, yeah, yeah. So, Rockstar, like, basically, if you enter a multiplayer environment, right, you need to know how to gel with people. If you're a very introverted person, right, you won't be able to like make contacts with senior people, or like, I in general gel with other teammates. Okay, you need to know how to communicate what is the issue, or what you want to convey to the team. If you don't know the basic like communications, right, you can't progress in any field. I feel like in any field you can't progress. So as like a team environment, the place was pretty chill, and we had like a great time actually testing the game.
That's amazing. And what about the work life? How does is there like a work life balance there? Uh, is Are you flexible with the work? How is it? Like, is it just from work from home, or like is it hybrid? How is it? Just want to know.
So when I joined, I think I joined in September 2021. Uh,
Hmm.
Pandemic tha, so I couldn't do anything. I can't go to the office, and it
Yeah.
was work from home, and the facilities were amazing. Like the company was paying for our um, internet bills, everything. You can pay it off quarterly. And when the work from office started, it was like a hybrid system where you could work for 2 days from home and then 3 days office, say. And then
Hmm.
uh, like most of the office, for me it is not new, but I've heard from other employees which used to work in the same compound. These guys are like, they never got food, and Rockstar used to provide for food for like 3 times a day or whatever. I think that
Oh,
is
that's great.
very, yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
like great. I was grateful for that at least because as a bachelor living there in Whitefield, I feel yeah, that was like a plus point for me, not spending money on food and stuff. So
that's
for
great actually. Yeah.
work from home के लिए you got more money to work from home. But I think you guys have heard about the leaks. So उसके वजह से Rockstar had to like cut down the work from home. So it started from two work from home days to one, and then it started like a full work from office wala thing. So and plus the timings, right? So there is a thing in Rockstar कि you can flexi your times, as in flexi hours करके. That is a very unique concept कि if you're coming at 9, right, 8 to 5 रहता है job. So if you're coming at 9, you can leave by 6, or you can leave by 5 itself, but you have to comp off for that 5 to 6 wala hour in your week. You can't carry over that to the next week, but you have to comp off in that week. So sometimes if you're going out, you have plans that ki like, okay, 2 घंटा मेरे को जल्दी निकलना है. So I can do this. I can come at 8, leave by 3, and then 3 to 4 or 4 to 5, I can comp off next day. 1 hour करके और half an hour करके. That is how Rockstar works.
Interesting. Just an extension to the previous question. Uh, Edza Arya has a question. Would you suggest to work with an indie studio, or would you suggest to work with an AAA studio for a good work life culture? So, Rocco, you might have friends who are working at an indie studio, and just wanted to get a perspective. Like, how is the work life balance? Is it more strenuous there? Is it more strenuous in a AAA studio? So, yeah.
So I feel not a lot of people know in the like chat what AAA and indie or triple double A means, right? So AAA is basically like gaming giants like Rockstar ho gaya, EA ho gaya. So these guys know how to build the games. Like they are very rich. They can provide a lot of money to their games to like push them in the media. Double A games are like they're not very huge, but they are like well-known games. Like abhi triple A mein, if you see, it's GTA 5, RDR 2. Double A mein, if you see, it's It Takes Two, which is like a great game. And then I think I don't remember any like more examples, but indie games mein, the thing is, indie games mein the teams are very short. Devs are short, like कम एक लोग रहेंगे या दो लोग रहेंगे, 2 devs or 3 devs or whatever, and the testers also are very less, like two testers or 3 testers. Indie games example Hades हो गया, which is booming right now. Hades 2, the test server is going right now. So and plus they did it right. Like I've heard my friends say it, and I also agree to that. That they did it right. They gave the game to the public, as in like the consumers, and then they asked their feedbacks. कि okay, तुम्हारे हिसाब से how is the game? Like we can tweak the game accordingly. But like जैसे जैसे game
Yeah.
बन रहा है, we'll tweak it
That's
accordingly.
good, I
Of
guess.
course,
I guess, and that
yeah, yeah.
is a privilege. I guess only indie gaming studios can get. because with AAA studios and AA studios, it's very difficult to do that with the audience because of the overwhelming response, obviously. And yeah,
The thing
uh,
is, AAA
yeah.
studios, right, don't sometimes they don't pay attention to the like response, like positive response ही देखते हैं, negative response in general like generally ignore हो जाता है. If you see GTA 5 itself, the Reddit, there is a lot of bugs in Reddit itself जो अभी तक फिक्स नहीं हुए हैं. लेगेसी बग्स बोल के छोड़ दिया है हमें हमने गेम पे वो. हाँ. सो इफ इट्स लाइक अ इंडी गेम राइट, चल हेडीज का एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं हम लोग. इफ आई बग राइट, आई राइट अ बग saying कि okay, this character or this keepsake is not working as it's supposed to be, so they'll jump on that, I think directly, like because it's like a class issue कि okay, this keepsake is not working, तो लोग फटाक से रिपेयर करके दे गिव अ फीडबैक टू यू. आई फील लाइक दैट इज अ प्लस पॉइंट फॉर इंडी गेम्स.
Hmm.
Yes.
Obviously. And I guess with having the number of issues with AAA studios, obviously it is also very difficult for them to keep tab of these bugs which are coming and coming. And maybe for that reason, legacy bugs is a very good scapegoat for them, so that they don't have to fix every small detail out there, which is very old also. So yeah, moving on to our next question, actually. I just wanted to understand what are the different functions, as in, like, for example, if you're working in a tech company, for me, the different functions are PM, designer, engineers, and testers, and then maybe HR. Those are like some prominent functions, right? So for Rockstar, what are the different roles which are surrounded by just the games field? Okay, if you're just talking about games in general, what are the different roles? So just wanted to know, so that people can get a perspective if they enter into one single role, how much easier or how much difficult would it be for them to switch roles internally? Because I've seen this trend in the market that people join a particular role, but they really want to have a certain role in that company, and that's why they look for internal shift. So just wanted to understand the function.
So as far as like I remember, इतना मेरे को याद है कि it starts from a game tester, QA tester, senior QA tester, lead, and then there is like two more things, principal QA, and then one more thing. सो उसके ऊपर देर इज कंटेंट डिजाइनर्स, देर इज एनिमेटर्स, देर इज डेवलपर्स. ये हायरार्की हो गया. ऑफ कोर्स उसके बीच में एसोसिएट्स एंड स्टफ आ जाएंगे. बट इफ यू वांट टू jump from a QA tester to a developer, right? You need to have certain experience in QA testing, because I think that is kind of a requirement in Rockstar. मेरे को लगता है, I've heard about it. But yeah, I feel like कि jumping internally is easier than like directly applying from outside, because the thing is plus points क्या हो जाता है, if you're inside the company, they know you have signed a contract or whatever with them. They know that you're like a very good employee and stuff. And I'll answer the question later. But yeah, so that they know that कि तुम अच्छे employee हो, right? So they
Yeah.
can trust the jump, right? If you're going from a QA tester to a pre-build engineer जो builds deploy करता है या builds को check करता है, whatever he's testing the builds or deploying the builds, you can jump that. And plus, if you need to
Hmm.
jump from a QA tester to animator, you need to have a good portfolio. तो बाहर का सीन क्या है मालूम है, इफ यू अप्लाई फ्रॉम आउटसाइड यू नीड टू हैव लाइक अ strong, very very strong portfolio to enter the Rockstar, right? So I've seen one guy's portfolio who is a AI engineer in Rockstar. The guy has like a very very good portfolio, like he has worked in RDR 2, which has like the best AI for me, at least in the game, बिकॉज वो इतना बढ़िया क्या बोलते हैं प्रोजेक्ट पे काम किया है, इट बूस्ट योर करियर. तो ही कैन अप्लाई रॉकस्टार से ऑल्सो आउटसाइड, लाइक राइट गेम्स में हो गया
Definitely.
किधर और या. सो इनसाइड द कंपनी जंपिंग इज वेरी इजी. एंड प्लस क्यूए टेस्टर्स में भी राइट, there's not just game testing. Like तुम सिर्फ games नहीं test करते हो, you can test the art as well. So you are
Okay.
like, yeah, there is specific things you need to test. Some जो art हो गया, so you're just like checking texture issues or whatever, you're checking how it looks in different consoles, because there are two parts. There is Gen 8 and there is Gen 9. Gen 9 is basically PS5 and Xbox. Gen 8 is PC, PS4, Xbox One, which are like a older generation wala thing. So they don't check that much texture issues in that, but Gen 9 में they check कि okay fidelity में अच्छा चल रहा है, performance में कैसा चल रहा है ऐसा. And then uh, I feel like content designing के लिए, right, you need to know how the game works.
Okay.
So if I break down the mission for any GTA heist, it starts like a cutscene. तुम लोग इधर से इधर जा रहे हो, ठीक है, like from point A to point B जा रहे हो तुम लोग, you're collecting something for a prep, and then तुम लोग वापस आ रहे हो. That is like a gist of it. But in depth, if you see in the game when you're building a level, it's very different. It's not like that. It is very different. The game breaks a lot, and then we have to bug it, of course.
Definitely. So you also have to test a lot of scenarios onto this. Ki like, what if the user goes into this path? What if the user does not complete what? So yeah, there are a lot of caveats to this. And
Yes, yes, yes.
so yeah, moving on to my next question actually is about how do you interact with these different functions of in general for Rockstar. I'm just asking. Ki, did you used to directly interact with the engineers, with the animators, designers? Or did you get the feedback directly from them? And in general, how is it the how do QA testers interact if they have some questions about something? And like how do they write their own
Like,
bug report? Do they take help from their seniors, or like how is it the function? Yeah.
okay, so first thing, in any company, if you go, it's supposed to be like this. A QA should not like message or whatever interact with the dev, because they have their
Definitely.
own workload and we have our own workload. We can't jump streams and say, "Bhai, tu ye kar le mere liye pehle." This is very important. No, we can't do that. There is a very strict protocol. You need to go to your senior or a lead, then they will write a message to their lead, okay, and then they will convey the message to the devs. For me, I was a experienced tester, so I knew what content is taken by which dev. So एक dev हो गया था, उसको मैं मैसेज कर देता था, okay bro, can I test this or can I bug this? Whenever he was free, he would reply कि भाई कर दे. This is like people from outside, which is like North or Lincoln. ये the thing is, Rockstar is divided वैसे. So for testers, it is Bangalore, like India, and Lincoln is also testers, but and like plus animations or sublog, and then North is testers plus devs. तो सारे devs North या किधर और रहेंगे, ऐसा Leeds या North में रहेंगे. And what was the other question? Sorry.
Just a second. Getting a lot of questions here actually. How's the one? Okay. There's actually a very good question that I got in the start, and this is a follow-up question on that only, asked by that pace. Uh, how was the process getting into Rockstar? Just like how was it? Did you cold approach the team? Did the team approach you? Like how was it? Like because people would want to know how do you associate? How do you uh get selected into a team like Rockstar? Because uh, even though you leave the company or you just work for like some time, and in general, if you have a label like this attached to you, you are actually leaving something behind, right? Something more substantial, right? So we are
Big
getting
fans
some
in the
good
chat.
comments, big fans in the we are getting.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah, so like how was the QA process? Like how did you get selected as a QA tester at Rockstar?
So there is like a process. If you go on their LinkedIn, right, like Rockstar India, or if you're working from outside, as in if you're in UK or something, they'll post a post saying ki we need testers. And previously it used to work like this. If someone posts like a LinkedIn post, you have to reply to their post or DM them saying ki, hey, I'm interested, and they'll like refer you or whatever. You send your CV, you send your cover letter, they refer you. But right now the process has been changed because work from office है. So they need people who are present in Bangalore. You need to be in Bangalore to apply for Rockstar. So सेम थिंग इट, बट प्रोसेस थोड़ा डिफरेंट है. लिंक्डइन पे डीएम करना है, you'll send your cover letter, but the interviews won't be online. You have to be present in the studio, and whatever the interview process हो जाता है, that's how you get selected. If you're selected, you start working same week में और 2-3 दिन में. So if I was in Rockstar right now, and someone from the chat DM'd me on LinkedIn, I could have referred them like as like my referee HOB.
Oh, that's great
Yeah,
actually. Oh,
yeah. But
nice.
अभी नहीं हूँ मैं, तो
Yeah.
sucks.
No, it does not suck actually. You are moving forward in your field, and I guess you are wherever you go, the next company would be happy to have someone who has experience with Rockstar, because I understand the thresholds there would be so high that any other company would want to have an employee like you. So we have next question. What sort of mission tasks did you test for in Rockstar? Can you share
Okay.
about in some detail into this?
Yeah, so I was working like actually exclusively because we were a team of 10, day shift and night shift, which used to work on telemetry. So telemetry क्या करता है? It basically like जो भी data है in the game, it sees if it's working properly back end में. For example, like a basic example, if you're doing a heist and you do a heist, you see a bar कि भाई मेरे को 10,000 रुपए मिल गए. It's showing visually, but in the back end it's saying you're not receiving any money. So the player might feel robbed कि भाई मैंने इतना
Oh,
मेहनत किया, I'm not getting money. So I used to work on
hmm.
that. Not only
In,
money, but everything. Like if me as a player, I'm shooting the other player, if the damage is received or damage is taken दिख रहा है, तो वही, it's working properly. If it's not showing on the telemetry कि okay कम भी दिख रहा है, then that is a bug. ज्यादा भी दिख रहा है, then that is a bug. If you're using a shotgun, you're shooting at someone's head and it's not instantly killing them, it's just like
hmm.
he's alive, and that's not how it's supposed to work. So that's
Nice,
what
nice
I
to know.
used to work on. I used to work on telemetry exclusively with the North team. तो
Okay.
उनके तरफ से दो devs आते थे, and then they used to like talk with us. So whenever there was like a new content, right? So उसके लिए new telemetries निकलते थे, and I used to test on that. कि हम
Understood,
लोग,
understood.
हाँ, so इंटीग्रिटी टीम था हमारा, टेलीमेट्री इंटीग्रिटी टीम. सो व्हाट वी यूज्ड टू डू इज, जो भी फीड आया लाइक जो भी हम लोग टेस्ट कर रहे हैं, राइट, इट इज न्यू डेटा. So that
Hmm.
data has not been seen anywhere, or it's not in the books anywhere. So we need to tell that to the like devs कि भाई ये data आ रहा है. So ये data वो लोग read करेंगे and then check करेंगे, match करेंगे कि okay, is this correct, is this what we are supposed to get. फिर बाद में
Hmm.
वो data लेके वो लोग प्रिंट कर देंगे, लाइक नॉर्मली डाल देंगे, एंड देन आफ्टर आर टेस्टिंग इज डन, इट गोज टू जनरल टेस्टिंग एज इन जनरल टेस्टर्स. वो लोग टेस्ट करके देखेंगे ओके इट्स वर्किंग, वो फंक्शनैलिटी देख लेते हो बेसिकली.
Understood, understood.
या
Nice. Thank you, Kashit, for this amazing question, and thank you, Raka, for answering. We have one more question from Hardik. Uh, how was being part of such large and prestigious company impacted both professionally and personal life as a person? So the question is like, मतलब क्या आउटलुक पड़ा है, ठीक है, बिकॉज कभी कभी क्या होता है, वंस यू स्टार्ट वर्किंग फॉर अ कंपनी, you have a change in perspective in general also, ki like when you are playing games you have a different perspective now, you start testing, you start looking from a view of should I test this game also, like should I find some bugs in this, that is one thing. And then like how how is it professionally affected you? Like, have you been getting more offers from different companies? uh like, have people tried to poach you? Because this is a very common tactic which happens. And behind the scenes, this has also happened with me. So just wanted to ask, like, how is it affected you in general working with Rockstar?
Yeah, you mentioned right, like how you wanted to test other game. So the funny thing is, you can't play a game normally after testing any game basically, because you see that game as from tester's point of view. Because तू देखेगा गेम खेल रहा है, okay, normally if you're playing games, okay, I don't care about the game that much, I'm just playing it for fun. But when you're testing it, you need to focus on the game कि भाई क्या चल रहा है गेम में. So that thing like ruins the experience for like other games. If I'm playing them constantly, I'll try to find bugs in them. वैलो में हो गया या लीग ऑफ लेजेंड्स में हो गया. राइट गेम्स इन जनरल इज काइंड ऑफ बगी, तो दैट बग्स मी अलॉट. और इंटरनेट क्या है? हेलो हेलो.
नहीं नहीं नहीं, इट्स गुड, द इंटरनेट इज गुड.
तेरा लैग कर, इसलिए cool cool.
मेरा?
And then
ओ,
yeah.
ओके.
So I have been approached by other like क्या बोलते हैं, competing companies uh, to be like a tester for them. But I feel like for me, at least, I have enough experience as a QA tester, and I am happy that I have immortalized my name, because it is inside a game. कि भाई मैं मर भी गया तो टाइटल्स में मेरा नाम दिख जाएगा, ये बंदा है गेम में.
Definitely. And then someone would search, oh, a rocker with
यस,
the
एक्स
gamer,
रॉकस्टार.
and then they start for a trail hunt कि ये rocker कौन था, फिर उनको पता चलेगा वो rocker तुम्हारी है. So yeah, still like it has immortalized a lot of
श्योर.
people in general. Yeah, like people are going to play this game 10-20 years from now, and still your name is going to
फॉर
be there in
श्योर.
the credits. That is one of the best things that you are leaving behind as your legacy, that you have worked on this game. And yeah, it's amazing to know that. So moving on to the next question. um Oh yeah, let's talk about the post game phase. We had this
यस.
conversation also. So what happens actually कि अगर game बन गया है, अभी complete है, ठीक है,
गेम तो
bug
बना
वग
हुआ है
कुछ,
भाई, कंटेंट नया आता है.
हाँ मतलब कंटेंट भी पब्लिश कर दिया, अभी तुम लोग क्या करते हो एज गेम टेस्टर्स? बिकॉज डेवलपर्स आई अंडरस्टैंड दे हैव टू वर्क ऑन फीचर्स, उनका प्रोडक्ट टीम पुश करता रहता है, पर जब तक कुछ आएगा ही नहीं तो तब तक तुम टेस्ट नहीं कर पाओगे. तो व्हाट डू यू फोक्स डू?
सो थिंग इज वी डू थ्री थिंग्स. एक तो तुम लोग ऑफिस में आके लीड के सामने बोलूंगा कि ओके, आई एम ट्राइंग टू ब्रश अप माय नॉलेज. सो कॉन्फ्लुएंस में जाके बैठ जाऊंगा एंड आई रीड वॉट एवर द नेक्स्ट कॉन्टेंट इज, और ओल्ड कॉन्टेंट में कुछ ढूंढ लूंगा मैं. ओके. Or you can go on Reddit, which is like a very weird thing which we testers do. Is go on Reddit, see the GTA 5 online Reddit wala post, see the people ka bug. We'll see ki okay, this is breaking the game, and then we'll try to recreate that in the beta version. So sometimes beta में नहीं होता है and it's happening in the retail version. Beta is like basically debugs on रहते हैं, and retail में it's normal players का game. So sometimes it works and we bug the retail bugs and it goes into fixing. But other times, right, if I'm not doing both those things, so if there's no work at all, like there's no work, there's nothing to do at all, we play games. Like there's like a lot of stuff there. There's like a big ass game room, and plus I had a console, retail console for myself. So I took my friend's account, PSN account, उसमें plus था. I used to play like a lot of story games, and like I think to broaden my knowledge in the games, right? So एक type का game खेल के भी मजा नहीं आएगा. So I tried Infamous Second Son, which I loved a lot. फिर I tried Blasphemous, which also is a really great game. So ये different types of games which मेक मी ब्रॉडन माई नॉलेज, ऐसे ट्राई करने के लिए मिल जाता है तुम लोग को. यू कैन ट्राई इट ऑन PS5 बट नॉट इन PC. इट्स स्ट्रिक्टली नॉट अलाउड टू प्ले एनी अदर गेम्स ऑन द PC. you're on mute.
Whenever Rocker gets a chance, he will test Hades 2. Hades 2 का Hades 2 कौन से गेम इंजन पे बना है? Some any idea?
Uh, Not sure. I'm not updated to that. But yeah, whatever it is, अब इन लोग का art style इतना बढ़िया है, it attracts a lot of people. Of course, it
Definitely, that's why
attracted me.
I was curious कि यार किस पे बनाया इन लोगों ने. Oh, one question I had. Rocker के ये Rockstar के पास खुद का स्टूडियो है क्या? या फिर like किस पे बनाते
As
हैं? खुद का
in,
गेम इंजन है क्या?
as in, yeah, they have Rage, na Rockstar Gaming Engine. बोला तो मैंने.
Oh,
Yes, yes, yes. They have
nice.
Rage. They have your own engine. तो जो भी तुम देख रहे हो games, right? It's built on that.
One of our friends got Hades 2 already and she's not even a tester. Damn.
She's very lucky about it. अब मेल्ड उनको कि हेडीज 2 के लिए मुझे भी दे देना भाई, मैं रॉकस्टार से हूँ, बट नॉट अ
मिलेगा
ग्रेट
मिलेगा.
रिस्पॉन्स. यस यस.
अरे, did you get a response or are you still waiting?
नो नो, आई एम स्टिल वेटिंग.
हाँ हाँ, मिलेगा मिलेगा. आई यू शुड गेट इट यार. थोड़ा कुछ तो हमें भी दिखे कि क्या है हेडीज 2 में. uh चलो, let's move on to the next question. I'm more excited about this phase right now. So uh, अभी गेम्स तो बहुत खेले होंगे, है ना? तो और टेस्ट भी बहुत किए होंगे, तो फकअप्स भी बहुत सारे दिखे होंगे, राइट, गेम्स
यस
के
यस.
अंदर. सो आई जस्ट वांट टू नो सम ऑफ द फनी स्टोरीज दैट यू एक्सपीरियंस बाय योरसेल्फ, आल्सो योर फ्रेंड्स इन जनरल, कलीग्स एक्सपीरियंस्ड कि यार ये क्या है, ये चल क्यों नहीं रहा है, या फिर समथिंग वेरी कैवेटेड इन द गेम इटसेल्फ कि लाइक लोग भी ऐसा वो फ्रस्ट्रेट हो जाए वो सुन के कि ये क्या है ऐसा. बिकॉज आई अंडरस्टैंड, यू मेंशन्ड अर्लियर आल्सो कि रेडिट पे बहुत सारे ऐसे बग्स हैं, so you might also get at times frustrated ki, yeah, so just carry on with the answer.
I see a question like, what's the weirdest bug? I feel Rockstar, I mean, sorry, GTA 5 online, mein na, there is still places where if you walk into the wall, or like it's like a normal door, you walk into it, you'll die abruptly and you'll spawn inside the ground. There are, these spaces are called dead spaces, and then the devs are like कि मेरे को नहीं fix करना है, legacy है, गेम को हो गए हैं 13 साल, मेरे को fix करना है नहीं. ठीक है, these are the, ये तो मेरा weird bug हो गया. Reddit पे I see like different bugs where you can break the game, like you can put up a chair to a wall and you can vault to, like chair के ऊपर से vault and you can clip inside the wall and then take the money or whatever loot is inside the uh, house without encountering any enemies. That is like kind of funny for me. But as testers, we used to spawn a lot of like submarines and kosatkas like from the sky whenever we used to test the games. And yeah, that's much, like that's it. ज़्यादा कुछ इतना मजेदार तो था नहीं.
Lamo. And which RDR, you have talked a lot about actually GTA. Do you have any experience with RDR? Have you worked with RDR 2, RDR in
Yes,
general? And
yes.
like, how was your experience with, I guess RDR का कुछ online भी release हो रहा है, right? हुआ, हो गया, I don't know. Yeah. So just wanted to get a glimpse on it. कि like, what is your review on it? How do you see? Because I feel इतना सारा testing के बाद you get a perspective on games. Especially इतने जो बड़े titles release हो रहे हैं. तो ये आ जाता है कि यार ये लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, लाइक या तो फिर आ जाता है ओ फक ये लोगों ने ये फोड़ दिया ऐसा. सो लाइक जस्ट इन जनरल पर्सपेक्टिव ऑन जीटीए ऑनलाइन, आरडीआर ऑनलाइन.
RDR online में तो there is like a ongoing bug where a hacker can put a, क्या बोलते हैं, jetpack inside your horse ass, और वो उड़ने लग जाएगा, फिर भागते ही रहेगा बस और कुछ कर नहीं सकता है. And then they can replace your head from like a jetpack, मतलब वो ऐसा कुछ, तो they can replace it like that. So your ped can't walk. Ped is basically your character can't walk properly. But I feel RDR 2 as a game is very successful. जो story mode है, it is very in depth. Like it is created very well. Like if you roam around the areas, you'll find like random events going on at the क्या बोलते हैं, IRL time पे. So even if you're going from a point A to point B, right, as compared to GTA, you'll
Hmm.
see people asking for a ride, or you'll see people trapped inside a bear trap, or you'll see people getting attacked by a jaguar, or prisoners escaping. ये सब होता ही रहता है. That is in story. But I feel they went off, like RDR Online was not that great. They had potential to expand that game a lot, saying कि DLCs डाल सकते थे, और but they did not like pay attention to that, like that game that much as per as GTA 5 online. Because if you see GTA 5 online comparatively, there is always a new pack which is being released every month or every 6 months. The last pack which was released in GTA 6, GTA online, sorry, GTA 6 बोल रहा हूँ, ऑनलाइन वाज वो लास्ट पैक, like a famous pack जो स्नूप डॉग का था, स्नूप डॉग एंड ड्रे. that was very famous. So I feel
Damn.
like ज्यादा फोकस, like टिल्ट होता है, फोकस ये साइड पे ज्यादा है GTA 5 ऑनलाइन पे. Yes, yes.
Interesting. इंटरेस्टिंग. एंड आई गेस ये पर्सपेक्टिव होना भी चाहिए एक गेमिंग कंपनी के लिए कि लाइक विच गेम्स दे वांट टू फोकस मोर ऑन एंड लाइक क्या पाथ उनको ज़्यादा देना है बिकॉज दैट इज समवेयर इम्पोर्टेंट. एंड या सो another good question that I had about this because I was really intrigued into the process. So uh, like a lot of people, you might have short-handedly answered this question before, but just want to take a brief into this. uh, what is the real difference between actually playing a game and being a tester for it? Like is it so much different that it is just नहीं ये चीज़ें दोनों अलग है. This is just more professional and this is just for fun. And while testing the game, you can't actually enjoy it. Or is it like how is the process for you? Because you are the first person who is going to actually play the thing
Mm-hmm.
completely as a user,
Yeah, yeah.
right? कि अभी मतलब
Or like the new
developers
content,
क्या?
like the new
हाँ, न्यू
content,
कंटेंट
right?
ऑब्वियसली न्यू
Yeah, yeah,
कंटेंट
yeah.
एग्जैक्टली. तो लाइक
Okay,
डेवलपर्स
okay.
ऑब्वियसली इसको डेवलप करेंगे एंड उनके गेम इंजिन्स में करते रहेंगे. पर यू वुड एक्चुअली हैव द फाइनल कट ऑफ इट, राइट? कि अभी ये ऐसा दिखने वाला है ना? तो व्हाट डू यू
नहीं
हाउ डू
नहीं.
यू परसीव दैट?
No, no. So the thing is, it's very different. Like, what you think, right? कि भाई मेरे को final cut भी पता है game का. No, bro. I don't
ओह.
know the final cut. That's the thing. If I'm playing a game, right, it's like a fully furnished game. For example, इनफेमस ही पकड़ ले, ठीक है. इफ आई एम लाइक, और प्रेडिटर पकड़ ले, इट्स लाइक अ फुल्ली फ्लेज्ड गेम जिसमें तू कुछ भी, लाइक इट इज लाइक अ नॉर्मल गेम. तू कुछ भी कर रहा है, इट्स हैपनिंग. तू स्टोरी नहीं कर रहा है, तू साइड स्टफ कर रहा है, यू आर चिलिंग. बट फ्रॉम अ गेम टेस्टर्स और अ क्यूए टेस्टर्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, राइट, द गेम कंटेंट इज बिल्ड इन पार्ट्स. तो तू पार्ट्स टेस्ट कर रहा है. तू, तेरे को नहीं पता कि तू फर्स्ट पार्ट पार्ट टेस्ट कर रहा है या लास्ट पार्ट टेस्ट कर रहा है, ठीक है. यू कैन लाइक पिक्चर कि ये कैसे जाने वाला है. इट्स नॉट इन लाइक ऐसे. जो भी डेव बनाता है और जो बन चुका है, विच इज इन, इफ इट्स इन फुल टेस्ट, तो तेरे पास आ जाएगा, तू पूरा टेस्ट कर देगा, बट द कट सीन्स वोंट बी देयर. सो यू वोंट नो
हम्म.
कि ओके द फाइनल प्रोडक्ट कैसे दिखने वाला. सो दैट इज वेरी डिफरेंट. you you can enjoy playing, but you can't play the, क्या बोलते हैं,
The whole thing because the story is not
yeah,
sometimes completed. Sometimes you just have
yes.
to do a particular thing only. So yeah, sometimes yeah, I understand how
No,
the
like
process is now.
playing and testing is very very different. A normal gamer can't be a tester. So
Oh.
एक जिसने एक गेम खेला है उसको नहीं होगा टेस्टिंग. He needs to know how to communicate with people. He needs to know the background of the game, कि भाई गेम है क्या. मेरे को पूरा
Hmm.
गेम पता रहना चाहिए, मेरे को कंटेंट पता रहना चाहिए कि मैं उस, सी इफ आई गिव यू लाइक अ कंटेंट व्हिच यू हैव नेवर रेड, एंड मैं बोलूंगा कि भाई इस पे रिव्यू दे दो. You can't give a review on thing which like you have not read, right? So गेम
Definitely,
तेरे को
yeah.
खेल तेरे को गेम एक्सपीरियंस रहना चाहिए कि ओके मैंने ये गेम खेला हुआ है इतने टाइम से, सो आई नो कि ये गेम हाउ इट वर्क्स. सेम फॉर RDR 2, सेम फॉर GTA 5.
Definitely, yeah.
So इट्स लाइक अ वास्ट डिफरेंस कि भाई गेम खेलना अलग होता है. आई आई फॉर पर्सनली जब भी कोई भी मेरे को बोलता है कि तू भाई क्या करता है काम में, जस्ट प्ले गेम्स, नो ब्रो, इट्स मोर देन दैट. यू कांट जस्ट प्ले गेम्स, यू कांट एंजॉय द गेम बिकॉज यू डोंट नो व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन. पहली बात तो जो कंटेंट
Definitely.
हाफ हाफ आ रहा है तेरे को पता भी नहीं है क्या क्या चल रहा है, सो यू कांट एंजॉय, यू कांट लाइक स्टिच इन द पार्ट्स.
Interesting. So
Yes, yes.
I had this question from the starting of the stream, but I wanted to keep the starting thoda sa professional, so I kept this question last में. Are you using a ring light? ये क्या
I
है?
know,
Which is
bro.
glowing. ये
नहीं नहीं,
क्योंकि you are
ये
sitting completely in the dark. Just want to know क्या है ये?
रॉकस्टार ने दी हुई लाइट है मेरे को, लाइट थी.
Damn.
This light you can't find online because exclusive है एकदम, and plus
Damn.
flex नहीं करना
Like
है,
so
but
this is like a
जो
souvenir from when you get into Rockstar.
not a souvenir, but not everyone gets it basically. ठीक है,
Oh,
like certain teams को ही मिलता है, QA को मिला है basically. And if like there are tournaments, right? So last year there was QA tournaments, and Valo में जीता था. So for me and my
oh,
teammates
there are
we had
tournaments
received.
also for QA
Yeah,
testers,
yeah.
and then oh, so like these are like internal tournaments which happen between different teams, but like how is
Yep,
it?
yep.
Give us some glimpse into this.
सो पहले देर वॉज लाइक वन टूर्नामेंट, उसके पहले तो बहुत ग्रैंड था बिफोर कोविड. एंड आई बिलीव दैट लाइक बहुत ग्रैंड प्राइजेस थे, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल PS5 थे, टीवीज दिए हुए भाई. सो हमारे टाइम पे तो बिकॉज इट वाज लाइक अ कोविड टाइम, आफ्टर वर्क वी यूज्ड टू लाइक प्ले टूर्नामेंट्स एज इन दो तीन गेम्स डिसाइड हुए थे. रॉकेट लीग हुआ था, वैलो एंड डोटा 2. सो इन तीन गेम्स में से आई थिंक वैलो वाज द लास्ट, एंड आई हैड लाइक अ पार्ट इन दैट. सो that was
Nice.
between. So the company would have made the tournament exclusive to QA, but it was not. It was animators as well as like other players as well. So
Definitely.
वही immortal players भी थे, जो भी थे, पार्ट लगा के आ गया मैं. But
Nice.
I
Nice.
won
So
that
did you
tournament,
win?
and yes,
Did you win? Valo
yes,
जीता.
yes,
Dota 2 क्या
yes,
जीता?
yes.
Valo जीता.
And I got this exclusive Rockstar T-shirt, guys, जो सिर्फ
Damn,
पांच
that's a
जन के
good
पास है.
flex.
Yes, yes.
Good flex.
एकदम एकदम.
Okay, so let's roll back to our comments. Let's see if we have any other questions. Guys, this is like last 5 to 10 minutes of the stream, and mostly we'll be waiting for some questions, some interesting questions if you folks have, because we had a very descriptive session, very brief session on different things we touched upon, and yeah, we'll be waiting for any questions that you have. Apart from just one question, कि Rockstar का future games कौन से हैं?
Yes,
Because yeah,
please.
रॉकर ने मेरे को पर्सनली बता दिया है पर
No, no, please. I have not said anything, guys. कुछ नहीं है, मेरे को पता भी नहीं है क्या होता है वो. Please, don't fuck around with that.
so yeah, so it's like रॉकर was so ये कि यार नहीं मैं कुछ बता ही नहीं सकता, मैं ये भी कंफर्म नहीं कर सकता कि होने भी वाला है या नहीं, बिकॉज दैट इज
I no, no. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. मेरे को नहीं मालूम है. I have not said anything. No comments from my side, guys. I don't want any legal trouble. I have not said
yes.
anything. Please, हाथ खड़े कर रहा हूँ मैं. Caught, caught.
Do we have any questions? We are almost 1 hour now. We will wait for 5 more minutes if you have any more questions. Till then, Rocker, please tell us about your future endeavors after Rockstar. क्या सोचा है, क्या
Uh,
प्लान है?
सोचा तो नहीं है कुछ ज्यादा. अभी तो
कोई बात
प्लानिंग
नहीं,
ही चालू है.
रॉकस्टार रॉकस्टार से निकलो कहीं ना कहीं तो अच्छी जगह लगे जाओगे. देखो
For
मतलब
sure.
यू यू ऑलरेडी गॉट द टाइटल नाउ. You just have to
For
be
sure.
good at it आगे जाके भी, because obviously keeping your post itself in Rockstar for 2 years, advancing into the post actually, it is a great deal because the quality of the developers and QA testers you sit with, right? they
Yeah,
they
that बहुत
automatically
अलग
increase
है.
your quality also, right?
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, and that's why you set a benchmark for yourself when you are going to some other company. You have so much experience through these colleagues of yours, seniors of yours, obviously. So yeah, it's in general ऐसा नहीं होता कि like बड़े गेम स्टूडियो के साथ काम कर रहे हैं तो मतलब नहीं, you have to obviously work at that level also, right? You
Yes,
have to
yes.
perform at that level, and I
I've seen
completely
some
understand.
testers.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Good, good.
सो वही मतलब मैं वही बोल रहा था कि लाइक 2 साल इफ यू हैव वर्कड विद देम दैट has increased. I guess you also got like a promotion also, right? From a post to something. And you started as an intern. If no
No,
intern
not
nahi,
an
you
intern.
started full time only, right?
Full time, full time. Yeah, yeah.
Nice, nice. मैंने
So I've
बहुत
seen
कम लोगों
some
को देखा है जो
testers. Uh-huh.
डायरेक्टली
Yeah, directly
ऐसा.
jump करता actually.
हाँ वही exactly. So yeah, so you joined as what exactly?
Game tester, which is like a first entry ये रहता है, and then you get promoted to a associate QA tester and then the QA tester. But like अभी वो game tester वाला हटा दिया है, so it's like
Oh,
associate to a QA tester directly. ऐसा है. So QA, but
nice.
the thing is, from going to a game tester to a QA tester now, it takes a lot of connections, effort, everything. And then from going from a QA tester to a QA senior, it is another hustle. To देखो अलग level पे रहना पड़ेगा. You need to stand out from the people. And I've seen a lot of testers who do work so well कि भाई उनके साथ मेरे को काम करने का मन करता है. As in, I've not worked with them, but I've seen their work. They work like this, like tuck 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 tuck, everything falls into place and like gears start turning. Or I like that. तो उनसे मैंने थोड़ा inspiration लेके experience लेके I feel like I've gained a lot of like experience for testing as well as like uh, in general like लोगों के बारे में experience, life में experience, अच्छे
Definitely.
experience. Yes, yes,
Interesting.
yes, yes.
So let's just go back in our chat because I feel we might have missed some questions. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Finland. We actually covered all questions here. Nice. Streak. Yeah, got it. Should be given. Okay. So now that we don't have any question, Rocker, are there any parting words? Do you have something to add on to future game testers? Do you have some words of motivation? And like one thing you can add on to this is, uh, मतलब क्या स्कोप रहता है इन जनरल वंस यू बिकम अ गेम टेस्टर, like in general as a person, would you like to pursue it आगे जाके, or like are you thinking to switch, or are you thinking to take a jump in itself in this field? How is it for you? Just few words so that people who are actually interested into game testing, who are into मतलब अभी सिर्फ गेम्स खेल रहे हैं पर अभी गेम टेस्टिंग में थोड़ा इंटरेस्ट आया है, some words for them.
Personally, as a fresher, I didn't know anything. So, like this exposure was very huge for me. कि भाई game tester and in a Rockstar company, तो बहुत बढ़िया था. And I would say for other people who are like freshers can apply for this job if they are in Bangalore. That is वो तो scenario है, वो तो आना ही पड़ेगा बैंगलोर. But yeah, testing in general, game testing or QA testing in general is actually different, काफी different है, and it gives you a lot of experience. I feel you gain managing वाला भी experience, you gain test build करने का भी experience, so you have like a lot of experience side by side, so you can branch that out differently. if even if you want to be a animator, तेरे को टेस्ट प्लान तो सेट करना पड़ेगा कि भाई I have to work on a test plan, I have to work on a structure. अगर structure नहीं रहेगा, you can't work properly. So as a tester, that is a very small step you can take for your career कि आगे जाना है. And if you want to pursue QA testing itself, then I would say aim for principal QA, जो which is the highest post. And I feel that position now you need to know a lot of information, which I also don't have in for like in-game stuff for like people, everything. So you know need to know how to manage people as well. You need to know how to fix stuff. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि you don't know that stuff इसलिए तो like you can't be like that. You need to be on point. So for a QA tester's point of view, I would say aim for principal QA or a QA lead. That's the point. Like that's the क्या बोलते हैं, mark you should set.
Definitely.
And
Yeah.
yes, and if you're going for other things, then yeah, I would say try QA testing. You, if you're a fan of art, try art QA, and then jump to animation or somewhere else. If you're like a content designer or whatever, if you like designing, then you can also jump to that. Developing का बात अलग है. You need to have a better portfolio.
Definitely. Definitely. So, on that note, thank you so much, Shocker, to give so much insight into Rockstar in general, into game testing, into
Regarding
QA
game,
testing. So, thank you so much, and hopefully, we'll be inviting you again with some another amazing topic. Because I'll tell you why. I am connected to a lot of communities and a lot of tech community groups. I just had this random question asked, ki, guys, we are doing this thing, right? Game testing ke upar, we are doing a live stream, and they were so hyped up knowing about this. So if
hmm,
we get an overwhelming response, and like I already got an overwhelming response in general, so would love to continue more conversations around this topic.
for
I
sure.
My first stream actually was with a game developer, and now the third episode is with a game tester. So I think I am pivoting into a direction कि मैं games के बारे में ज़्यादा बात कर रहा हूँ. So yeah, we might have one more opportunity with you, and thank you again for joining, and peace.
Thank you guys for having me.
1, 2, 3. Let's